Hey, what's going on? It's Robert here. I assume you know who I am at this point, and I just wanted to invite you to a very quick presentation here about a secret project that I've been working on for about 6 months now. You know, my numbers last year were higher than ever. We did $218,000 in revenue, and I want to teach you how you can do that with your agency. I barely work in my agency, okay? I want to show you how you can do that. Take the 2-hour agency model, create your agency, but also multiply that. So come jump into this quick presentation with me. I'll share you everything about the secret project, and hopefully this is something that you and I can work together on. So let's jump on the computer real quick. I'll see you there.
Okay, so welcome to this top secret project that I've been working on for the past 6 months, but in reality it's more like a culmination of 6 years of success and failure. Before we dig into it, I want to ask you just one question. How would you like to build your agency alongside me step by step? That's what we're going to talk about today. I want to introduce you to the Agency Accelerator program. This is the most profitable agency business model that is physically possible to create. This is a collection of brand new strategies that we've developed that changes nearly everything and finally allows the average person to get clients on autopilot, create that digital agency that can scale and operate without your constant attention. Is that a big claim? Sure, yes. Yes, it is. But I think as you find out what exactly this is, it will make a lot of sense to you. So let me show you what's going on with this. There's a massive shift happening in the world right now. Everything is going online, and it has been for the last couple of years. That's why you have companies like Amazon that are dominating and companies like Toys R Us that are falling apart, because some are doing a really good job at digitizing and some are doing a terrible job. This means the demand for digital services is constantly increasing. The demand for digital services is going up because more and more people are going online, doing more things on the internet. Pretty basic math right there. And then you got this other thing, and that is the truth of the fact that it's never been easier to start a business. And if you come from a even remotely, developed country, you might be able to go online and register your business in a day. And you don't even have to do that these days. You can start selling your service without registering your business, and you can just invoice through an invoice company. Like, that is totally legitimate, and people do that, right? So it's never been easier for us to start our own businesses. So you got these two things that are kind of happening in your favor. The market is growing every single day, and it's growing in two ways. One is the demand for digital services is growing, and two, the market in terms of actual number of potential clients is growing because more and more people are starting their online business. So that is a massive shift that is happening, and that is a huge opportunity. But I have a question for you about this opportunity. Do you know what 97% of agency owners are getting wrong? They're all competing for the same clients. And not only that, they are not the clients that you want to have. Almost all agency owners, even quote unquote non-employer ones that don't hire anybody, those agencies too are selling high ticket services, hoping that they're gonna land 1 to 5 clients, paying them, $3,000+ each month. That's everybody's dream, right? Just a couple of clients paying me a boatload of money every single month. That's the dream, right? But did you know that the companies that can actually afford that, they only make up about 16% of the total market? And let me show you. So on the bottom right, you got 30.2 million. This is the total amount of small businesses in the US. And in the next column, we got the non-employer firms. These are companies where only the founder works there. They're not hiring anybody else. They make up 24.3 million out of the 30 million. So clearly that is the vast majority. I've done the math, it's 84%. These are typically companies with less means. And for that reason, most agency owners are complaining about this instead of seeing it as a massive opportunity. If you can figure out how to serve the 84% of the market instead of the 16% that everybody else is fighting for and dreaming about, you have a life-changing business. And that is what this presentation and this program is all about. And we're launching this in about 6 months, but we're opening the doors early for a select few people. Here's how it all works. At this point, you should be familiar with the 2-hour agency model. If we look at it from a financial standpoint, this is effectively how it would look as a graph. You get your potential agency revenue on the left, and on the right, it is fully feasible and a good goal for you to be able to deliver on that service, even with you pretty much removed from, fulfillment, at a 50% profit margin. So if you sell something for $1,000, for $500, you can get it delivered using high quality freelancers, basically. So you got 50% in profit. This is the 2-hour agency model. Now, how would you scale that? Well, you would take that and you would turn it into, a scalable model. So typically what the 2-hour agency kind of inside of that business looks like is you get a front-end offer to get people in the door, and then some of those people will buy your back-end offer, which costs more and is a higher profit margin for you. So once we've accomplished this, what we want to do is we want to go out there and add other front-end offers, ideally in the same kind of space. So if you're doing digital marketing, if you're selling a Facebook ad, well then if you go offer WordPress websites as well, that's kind of both in the same space. Those would be 2 different front-end offers in the same space. So what that would look like once you can start kind of cross-selling the different front-end services and having different front-end services leading to the same back-end offer or different back-end offers, it could go either way. Then you've got, you start with this, the 2-hour agency, you got one offer, one back-end offer, and you start off like this, 50% margins. But as you start adding other front-end offers, this is what happens, because you're only going to pay to acquire the customer once. Once they are your customer, you can now sell other things to them without having to pay for it. So if I sell them a Facebook ads package, let's say I paid $500 in advertising to acquire that customer, and now I sell them a website as well, I don't have to pay to acquire them that second time. I already have their contact info, and that website was sold either through an email, through a phone call, maybe even inside of the project management software, which is what I do. Like I pitch services inside of our project management software. Why not? So this is the Agency Accelerator blueprint, and this is kind of what this whole program is about. And before I tell you more about it, I want to give a shout out to Jake just to kind of illustrate to you what you can do when you start implementing on this stuff. Jake says, my agency sold over $6,000 in the first week. Not a lot, but growing towards my goals. Thanks so much for the shift in mindset. I love this because 1, he used my strategies and made $6,000 in a week. 2, he says not a lot, which clearly tells me that Jake has much higher ambitions, which is awesome. So this is just to give you an idea of like how quickly things can change once you start executing on this. Here's the cool thing about the Agency Accelerator. It is made up of 3 phases, meaning it doesn't matter where you're starting. If you're starting from nothing, this will work for you. If you've already got an agency, you're doing 4, 5, 6, 10 grand a month, this is also gonna work for you. You just start at a different phase. So here's kind of the breakdown. Phase number 1 is about getting that kind of initial momentum and getting you to $5,000 a month. Phase number 2 is where we double your sales and we have your workload. So we get you to 10 grand a month in sales, and also we start removing you from the whole process. The whole business should not revolve around your constant attention. So we get started on removing you, having you escape that business in phase number 2. And in phase number 3, the first thing that we do is kind of continue removing you from the process. But the other thing that we want to do is scale that agency and increase your profit margins using the strategy that I was kind of illustrating earlier. So let's talk about phase number 1. This is the launch phase. This is how you get to 5 grand a month, and this is for obviously those people who have not launched yet. Here is how I will help you in this program. In phase 1, I will work with you to choose your niche. So we'll do research based on what people are buying to try to find something to sell, right? Create a short list of 3, and I'm personally going to take my experience, my wins, and my losses to help you decide on one. And I think I'm pretty good at this. I can steer you in the right direction. The other thing I will do is, I'll work with you to actually define what your ridiculous offer should be, what is the price point, what are the deliverables, and also helping you figure out a back end. So we identify a service that we can sell on the front end to kind of get you those clients on autopilot. Then we create a list of add-ons. This is something that I'm, if I may say it myself, pretty good at, okay? If you remember in the 2-hour agency, if you've read it already, there's an interview with a 7-figure 2-hour agency owner, and him and I, he's one of my good friends, we often joke about how much money he owes me because of the ideas that I've given him on add-ons that he should put in there for his front-end offer. Because I've given him an idea, he just puts it in there and then like immediately starts making sales. So that is a huge deal because it adds a lot of dollars to your front-end offer, which is great. The other thing I will do is help you design kind of that back-end service to maximize your profit. So that includes what is it going to be, and also how do we actually sell it? How do we get the front-end buyers to the point where they buy the back-end service? And I'm going to work with you to get your first couple of 3 clients. I'll help you craft your message, show you how to post it on social properly, and helping you reach out to potential clients. So I'll help you find people that we can reach out to. I will also work with you to create your salesman website. This is a crucial aspect of the 2-hour agency, to get clients on autopilot. And I think people kind of underestimate the level of work that goes into it. So I'll help you identify those triggers, main problems. This is kind of the copywriting that goes on your site. Perhaps find some case studies for you to put on there. And then I'll help you with your website based on our proven formula so that we can get you those clients on autopilot. I've put in a lot of work into this already, but this way I'll be able to personally look at your offer, your website, and be able to point out what exactly we have to do. Then I will work with you to come up with a traffic strategy. I'm actually really big on SEO. Now, I'll be honest, it is not worth it for everybody. If you're in a place where the competition is too much, then it's not worth it. But in some cases, we're going to find that you might have a massive opportunity if you just deploy a little bit of time into writing some articles, building some relationships. And I got to tell you, I started my personal brand website last year, and I deployed maybe like 3 months of my time where, not full time, but where I was actually kind of focusing on it, where I was writing blog posts and I was, being conscious of what people were searching for and trying to write posts about that. And now, this year, I'm seeing the results of that. I saw results earlier, but they keep growing. So I deployed 3 months of a little bit of focus, and now, last month, 3,000 unique page views on my website, completely free, that I did not pay for. And guess what? I had 3,000 a month before that. I'm going to have 3,000 next month. Free traffic coming every single month. So I want to look at that for you. I want to basically do an audit and find out if there is an opportunity for you to deploy some energy into SEO. And of course, paid strategy. So I want to show you all my Facebook and Google stuff, and I'll help you set it up for yourself. So anything I can do as far as giving you templates and what to write, I will help you with that. Once you get to $5,000 a month, then we're going to move on to phase 2. In phase 2, I help established agencies, doing 5K revenue a month to double their sales and have their workload. So I will work with you to find growth areas in your business, identifying kind of high performance strategies in your business and amplifying them. And also, as I discussed earlier, adding new services, add-ons, and upsells. This is again something that I feel I'm pretty good at, and I can help you squeeze a lot more dollars out of what is already working. And also, another thing I want to do is identify possible partnerships. I have found in my experience that the companies that you think might make good partners turn out to not be very fruitful relationships. And then there are other ones that I've discovered to be very good, where I have one partner who's brought us about 10 clients over the years, and I want to help you kind of find some of those. Then I will work with you to put your client acquisition on autopilot. This means kind of draft 2 of your salesman website. I'm sure there's going to be things that we can do to, number 1, increase conversions, and number 2, squeeze more dollars out of each purchase. And also kind of looking at your traffic at that point. Where is it coming from? What can we double down on? What can we eliminate? Specifically, if you're paying for traffic, if you're doing any type of paid traffic, we look at what we can kind of other ad sets or campaigns that we can turn off, and other ones where we could put more money into it if you're doing paid. And same with SEO though, like if you have a topic that's doing well, how can we kind of do more of that? So amplifying those SEO results if they are relevant to your business. I will also work with you to escape your business. This is obviously a huge one. So we're talking about client onboarding, project management, potentially finding a project manager and other team members if needed. Of course, we only hire people in a way that we are never out of pocket. So we are only going to pay people if we get clients. That way you're never going to be kind of scared about having a bad month and still having to pay people. So I help you with all of this, and this is a really yeah, this is where we cut, at this point, probably 50% of your workload we're going to cut out right away, and we're going to further cut more in phase number 3. But this is how we're going to get you started on escaping that business. Which brings us to phase number 3, the scaling phase. And this is where I'm going to help you duplicate your existing agency and team into other high profitability niches and services. So we're going to take your salesman website, your team, your project management and onboarding, and we're going to apply all of this to other offers. So to summarize all of this, here's what's included. You get 8 one-on-one coaching calls with me directly. As you know, I'm big on automation and delegation. This will be done by me. So I'm going to personally help you throughout this whole process. I basically wanted you to get everything that you need to really succeed with this. So you get me, right? One-on-one coaching, you get the agency accelerator blueprint, the automatic client acquisition system, you get the profit maximizer system, you get the partnership money machine, and you get the fulfillment machine. You get all the templates that I could possibly give you, salesman website, the email marketing, partnerships, etc. And you get the on-demand employees blueprint and the Google plus Facebook ads templates. And if you're interested in this, let's see if you qualify. Basically what you need to do is schedule a call with either myself or my team. It depends on availability. So tell me about your agency. Do you already have one? Are you starting from scratch? I want to know about your challenge. I want to know about your goals. And I also want to know about why you think you'd be a good fit for this program. And as you know, this is launching to the public in the near future. So schedule a call as soon as you can. Let's find out if this is something for you. If it is, fantastic. If not, that's fine. But definitely go ahead and schedule your call before we move this to the public. For now, it is only available to our agency buyers. So with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to talk to you soon.
All right, so there you go. How would you like to build your agency alongside of me as I'm growing mine as well? We'll do it side by side, and this is super, super exciting. I can't wait to learn more about you. Can't wait to hear about what you've already worked on and kind of where you're at today and how to get to that next level. So if you're interested, go schedule a call right now. It'll be either with me or one of my team members. It kind of depends on how available I am at the time. And yeah, let's take it from there. But thanks for watching, and go schedule your call, and hopefully you and I will chat in the near future. So thanks again. Talk to you soon.